Let me say something to y'all, man. I don't know if y'all remember back in the 80s when when men of color, Puerto Ricans, black men were getting out of jail and prisons. We used to walk onto construction sites, and especially in New York. We used to walk on construction sites and be like, yo, I need a job. And they would hire us just like that. That was a sure way of getting a job, coming out of jail or coming out of prison. Just walking straight to a construction site, getting on, working. I can remember even in Georgia, you used to could just work on a construction site. You see some people out there building some shit. You walk out there, say, man, y'all need some help? Yeah, come on. And they will hire you. When this immigration thing, where all these Hispanic people start coming to America and they open the borders, and all these Spanish people start coming to America, that stopped that. If you look and I listen to all these these black Democratic Congress people talk about the immigration and how Trump is fucked up the immigration, how Trump has stopped the production of America. I'm telling you, if you look right now at the construction field, you rarely see black construction workers. It used to be in the 80s where black men had construction businesses. We got outbidded by Mexicans because their bid was so low that corporations wasn't bidding. They was bidding and giving Hispanics all the work because they was working for pennies. When black men had companies, we couldn't compete with that. So this is what I'm saying with the Democratic Party is how corrupt and how fucked up they are when they talk about Trump and his policies with immigration. With what Trump is trying to do is get us black people back in black jobs. When he said black jobs, he meant black men, black people having their own identity, their own companies, black jobs. Trump just has a way of saying things where, just like, man, bro, if I'm gonna tell you something. If we ain't never had a black president, this is him. This man create lingo, just like we do. Just like how black people say some shit and we be like, what the fuck you talking about? It means something. The same thing Trump. When he said black jobs, that was just his way of saying black people companies. Black people could get back to their companies. Like, bro, we don't, bro, like, especially construction. Bro, especially I live in North Carolina. Man, when I ride places and I look at, man, let me tell you something. I went to North Carolina A&T. North Carolina A&T. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. I went to North Carolina A&T and I rode by there, man. And I'm looking at North Carolina A&T, and they was building something. They was building something attached to some of the extensions. And I looked and I wasn't nothing but Mexicans out there building. Nothing but Mexicans out there in that construction. But then I looked at the groundskeepers. There was some black dudes, but they worked for a company. It wasn't the black people's company. It used to be where black men had their companies and they was contracted through places to work. It's not happening no more. This is what Trump is saying, man. But it seems like the Democrats don't want that. And you gotta ask yourself why. Why is the Democrats fighting so hard for illegals, especially Hispanics, to come and just take over America? And one of the reasons why is the Democrats that are in office. You have to understand that these people are rich. They don't live where we live. They got Mexicans working on their yard, fixing their shit. So that's what they want. They don't want niggas working on their house. They don't want niggas working on their land. They don't want niggas cutting their grass, putting flowers in. They don't want no nigga doing that shit. They want Hispanics doing it. That's what I be talking about when I be saying that we have to really just look at things, man, and start thinking smarter. When we listen to these Democrats, we gotta start thinking smarter, man. Cause I mean, I'm not a really intelligent, I'm not a really smart person, you know what I'm saying? But bro, I'm not dumb either. And logic is logic. Like even man, we black people had companies where we had tire companies where we was you pull up and get your tires. We had car washes, man. We had gas stations. We had all this shit, man. We don't have these. We don't have companies no more. The only thing black men really doing right now, honestly, as far as getting up, going to work, opposed to being on fucking social media every day, barbershops, cutting hair. And I'm trying to think what else like black men are like really having businesses doing. Okay, I'm talking about like getting up, doing labor, like cutting hair. You might have a few men in the now in the deep south. You got a lot of black people still doing construction, but I'm talking about like in the goddamn city where the money is being made. It's not. It's Hispanics getting these major contracts. All right.